world are familiar with this word. But most of us don't yet know the generation after the millennials. So I would like to take this opportunity to introduce this generation to all of you. The Generation Z. Despite of not knowing what the Generation Z really does, most people tend to define and judge who and what the Generation Z really are. And mostly, they are the negative descriptions. Let me show you the different descriptions of different people to the Generation Z in the different form of media.
There was this article written by Julian Nicoletta entitled Gen Z Teens Stereotyped as Lazy and Unaware. It was written in her article that you may recognize them as your constantly connected, constantly moving peers, but to the rest of the world, they are Gen Z. The lazy, apathetic, age group between 1994 to 2004. Also, a YouTube blogger named Sophia Gray described the Generation Z as lazy, apathetic, disconnected, technology-obsessed people.
People tend to see the negative side of a person and they often neglect the positive side of that person. Same thing goes with this generation. Most people describe or judge the Generation Z based on their negative side and not even bothering to see the positive side of this generation. So, allow my friends to introduce to you the brilliant characteristics and attitude of the Generation Z.
Privacy is one of the good things that Generation Z possess. They are less interested in sharing their lives for the public record. Stated by the Forbes magazine, Gen Z has never known a world without smartphones and social media. They gobble up information quickly and are ready to move on to the next thing in an eye blink. In surveys, these teens put technology in the same category as air and water. They cannot imagine living without being connected all the time.
One of the good things about Generation Z is pragmatism. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, pragmatism is a reasonable and logical way of doing things or of thinking about problems that is based on dealing with specific situations instead of on ideas and theories. As stated in Forbes magazine, Generation Z is more cautious class that steers away from risky behavior and towards more sensible careers and choices.
Culture depicts of what country you are in. That's why we are lucky to have a generation who cares a lot about our culture. One of the features article of Forbes magazine stated that Generation Z has something to do with cultural diversity. With skyrocketing growth of biracial and minority populations, Generation Z embraces multiculturalism as touchstone of who they are, and this also informs their attitude on social issues.
So, to generalize what my friends have said, the Generation Z contributes a lot of help in our society. They care about their personal, social, economical, political, and cultural status of our country.
We are not apathetic, we care.
We are not lazy people. We are just tired of hypocrite people.
We are not disconnected. We just want privacy.
We are not technology obsessed. We want it.
Be a stereotype.
No.
Be aware.